Alright, let's pull him out of the way, and I just have a G2 side swipe right here. We'll just throw him over here for scale's sake. Alright, that looks pretty good. Push it in just a little bit. Alright, there is your Dirge. Hello! Today on the channel, we're going to be unboxing Dirge. This is a Transformers figure from Hasbro. It's part of the Legacy Evolution. This figure's been out for a while. I pre-ordered it because I needed my Coneheads. So I had previously purchased Thrust. He was a Target exclusive, and I was able to get him. But Dirge and Ramjet both originally came as, I believe it was an Amazon exclusive 2-pack. I don't know if it was Amazon, but I think it was Amazon. But it was an exclusive 2-pack. That's the only way you could get them. So thankfully they've re-released them, and I got Dirge here, and then I do have in the Legacy United, that's when they re-released Ramjet. So I'll unbox him next, and I can finally have my trio of Coneheads. Alright, there's the front of the box, the Dirge. Flip it around to the back. And I have a special place in my heart for the Coneheads, as I had those original G1 figures when I was a kid. I'm so happy to be getting them again. There's the side artwork right there. And flipping it to the other side. There it is. View from the top is your Legacy Evolution. And that little QR code up in there. I can get closer in case you want to scan it. There it is. Get some stats on Dirge. There at the bottom is your barcode and legalese. Let me get it in focus. Then I'll pull into this barcode just in case you need it for anything. There it is. Alright, let's set it here. We'll bring the camera back, get a little closer look at everything on the box, and we'll get them completely unboxed. Alright. About time I finally started doing some Transformers. I haven't done Transformers unboxings in a while. There's Dirge. I like the face sculpt on this one. They all kind of have different looking faces. I'll kind of show Thrust, and I have some other, I think, Ramjet G2, Sandstorm, and Cloud Cover as well. So we can look at those in comparison. Face sculpts. Takara Tomy, Generations, got your Transformers down the side. And there's Dirge, looking pretty cool in the front there. There's alt mode. And there's your Legacy Evolution. This is plastic free. And the back, Transformers. And there's Dirge. 23 steps. Transforms just like all the other Seekers. So, like Starscream and Thundercracker and Skywarp, they all transform the same. And the bottom here is your legalese. If I can get in focus, it'll be cool. There we go. Alright, let's see. Yeah, let's throw them here. Get the camera in a little better position. I'm going to grab my X-Acto knife to cut that piece of tape. See if I can find it. It's over here somewhere. There it is. While I'm doing that, just want to say if you're enjoying this video, if you could give it a like. If you enjoy action figure unboxings, toy hunts, shelf tours, everything fun action figure related, and you have not yet subscribed to Hey, What That On My Shelf, go ahead and do that. You'll get all that action figure goodness in your feed. Plus, if you have a fun comment, that's greatly appreciated. Plus, even more, if you have a chance to check out the items I have for sale listed to this video, linked to this video, I would get a small percentage of that if you were to buy. I usually link action figures and t-shirts and things, so if you wouldn't mind checking that out, and if there's something you like, go ahead and follow the links and buy it, and yeah, it'd really help out the channel. Alright, with that said, let's get Dirge out of the box. There we go. I was like, how do you open this? Dirge. Alright, here we go. Get him out. Here we go. Very important on most of these to keep the instructions. I've transformed enough Seekers by now to know exactly what to do, so I'll probably transform him into his alt mode and then back to robot mode on the video, because for me it's done it a few times. Alright, let's see here. Let's get them out of the box here. So we got some ties here, some paper ties. Let's cut those. Boop, boop. I've always loved this color blue. It's not my favorite color blue, but this dark blue looks really neat with the black. Is that everything? We got his wings over the side. We got wings up in the top. There we go. Now we just need his blasters that are up in the corner. Blaster number 1. Got it. Blaster number 2. Got it. Okay. Nice. It's funny, just seeing him like this, with his legs, just this pose, he looks so much like the G1 figure. It's funny. But then when you unsnap this, and give him some character, now that looks, with that extra articulation, looking nicely updated and cool. Love it. Alright, let's bring the camera back. I'm going to bring him closer and check out some articulation. Of course, we got to put his blasters up on his arms. They look weird without blasters up here. There we go. Arm cannons. Oh god. There we go. It just doesn't want to go in there. There we go. Didn't want to peg in. It's been properly pegged. Alright. Let's check out Dirge. Love that head sculpt. Like I said, he's got his mouth open. Let's bring over Thrust real quick. You can see he's got a closed mouth. Or no, is it closed? I think, yeah. He's just kind of going, Dirge is yelling. Pretty cool. Alright. So for the head, it is just on a ball joint, so you can kind of go a little up and down, swivel it where you want to. Yeah, it works good. I like it. Because if it was just on a peg, that would be so static. But the fact that it's on a ball joint is very nice. Alright. The arms. You've got a peg right in there, and you've got your rocker. It's just a pin right here, so you can kind of rock it where you need to. The elbow has a pin right there, so up and down. Very nice. You can get that blaster in a good position. Yeah, very good. Let's see. There is no movement in the torso area. It is all static. But down on the legs, you do have. I'm going to flip that up for a second so you can see. He has a pin right here, and it is on a. It's pegged in right there, and then you've got your pin, so you can swivel it on that peg, and then move it on that pin. So, yeah, leg moves very well. Of course, if you're going to kick forward, you have to flip this front plate up. Otherwise, if you keep it down, you can only get to about right there. But as you bring it up, that front plate will rise. The knee is a single joint there, right there, so you can get it to move up and down. The legs have, well, that's part of the transformation, but it does have a right and left rocker here, so that's nice. Very good. Alright, that's all the articulation of, forgot his name, Dirge! Alright, let's see if I can get him transformed real quick. I said I could do this quick, but now I'm kind of thinking, maybe it won't be quick. I'll try. Alright, so let's get these blasters off. You have to take these off, because his arms fold up and go inside of his chest. So let's pop that off. Okay, first thing I like to do is to kind of pop this piece off of his chest. You can see it's just held in here and here. You can pop that out, and then I pull this piece off for his head. So his head just gets covered up by this. Pop that in, then you're going to have to swivel it and bring it down. There it is, looking jetty now. Alright, the arms are kind of weird. First time I got my Starscream, I was like, how do we do this? So you pop this plate up. You stick, there's a little hole. Well, I don't know, maybe they're not. I thought they had a little hole. But anyway, you're supposed to kind of just wrap this down. Oh, just go up now? No, that don't work. Where's the little hole? Because before I thought these had like a little hole that they went into. This piece. It went in. Oh yeah, it does. I just wasn't seeing it because the hand wasn't flipped up. Okay, so what I did, of course, let's try it again. You take this piece and flip it down. And I can't get a good grip. There we go. So flip it, and then the hand has to kind of, which direction does it go? Down. So now it creates that little hole. So this piece, the little piece there, goes inside of there. And then flips down. The hands have to go down like this. The whole thing flips in, both arms, and then you have to get it into position. Let's see. Almost there, and then swivel it, and then there. Everything is packed tight for his arms to get into there. So then you pop that back up, and it should hit here and here to snap it back in. The legs, so you're going to pull this piece down and this piece down, and then you're going to take the leg and squish it up in there. You're going to do the same with that one. Okay, something like that. Then there's these little pin pegs right there. You kind of push them together. Its feet close up. These come down. Actually, these wings go like that. Okay. And you've got yourself... Oh, almost. We got to put these blasters in. They always go in the bottom of the wings here. Pop that in. Pop that in. There we go. And we've got ourselves a Dirge in his alt mode flying around. Seeking and destroying. God, he looks good. So good. I just remember that blue and brown as a kid. So good. With the black. Yeah. Cool. He's coming to get you. You can hear the blasters going right now. And there it is. Alright, I'm going to pause for a second and get him back to his robot mode so you don't have to watch me fumble around one more time with the transformation. Okay, we'll be right back. Alright, and there is Dirge back in his robot mode. Let's go ahead and throw some other figures next to him for scale. Before I throw a bunch of other, I just really wanted a quick show off. I'll throw him over here and I'll show off all the other cone heads that I had as well. So this is the G2 Ramjet. And then G2 Cloud Cover. Or is it just Cloud Cover? I don't think it was G2. I think it was just Cloud Cover. And this was this is Sandstorm. So pretty cool to have all these different different cone heads. The only thing is, all three of these are off the thrust molds, so you can see the wings on their legs are the thrust ones. Because here's not thrust. I'm sorry, man. I keep messing up. Ramjet. These are all based off of Ramjet. Of course, that's Dirge. This is thrust, and he is completely different than all the other ones, as you can see. But yeah, pretty cool. Let me pull back these guys, and I'm just going to throw thrust, and I have one other little G2 transformer to throw next to these guys, so throw him back in here. There's thrust. Looking forward to getting Ramjet unboxed. For now, let's just throw Ramjet G2 here so you can see what they're going to kind of look like all together. Let's get a focus. That'll do it. That's what they're going to kind of all look like together. Guess that's as good as it's going to get. Alright, let's pull him out of the way, and I just have a G2 Sideswipe right here. We'll just throw him over here for scale's sake. Alright, that looks pretty good. Push over the end just a little bit. Alright, there is your Dirge. Stay tuned for some posing. Thanks so much for watching.